Hello, this is Victor Santana with StockHunters.com for Monday, October 10th. And here we are looking at the daily chart going back 3 months, each candle representing 1 day. So here we are. We had a pretty good day at 3.34%. Keep in mind it was a holiday and the volume was very low. So the market has a tendency of moving up on very low volume, especially during a holiday. So this actual move, we'd have to wait for confirmation to see if this is going to be an actual up move or it's just going to pull down and fall. Now, looking at the RSI down here, you could see we are now reached at the oversold area, so we're going to keep an eye on that. It could mean that we could still trade a couple days up higher, just like we did over here once we got the oversold area and then it came down. So if this happens, we're going to see if we can break above this trend line right here. This is going to be a very important trend line, and if it does, if it's going to the next day continue to stay up high in this area or pull back. So this is going to be very important for the markets to see what's going to happen. Looking at the MACD, it's still going up with the positive bars here. Keep in mind that these bars, this one and this one, are virtually equal while price has gone up, which is not very good as far as the momentum of the move here. Now we did have a divergence here on this indicator on the RSI. While prices went down, the RSI had higher highs, or higher lows. So this is probably explains why we got this pretty straight up move from here. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. If we do break above here, our next major resistance will be the 100-day moving average up here. So let's just stay on the sidelines and see what's going to go on before really putting any positions here either which way. Let's go ahead and look at the Dow. The Dow pretty much has the same story. It has been heading down on this channel here, as you could see. It broke above on Friday, pulled back, but today it gapped up pretty strong. Again, keep in mind of the low volume. We're going to go ahead and continue this trend line here to go out further. Right there, you can see the trend line. We did break above it, so we're going to see if it's going to actually hold up here. RSI is showing us that the stock or the whole Dow is overbought. We did have the divergence here, which indicates why we had such a pretty good strong move. And the same thing with the MAC. This one also showed a pretty strong move as well. So we'll keep an eye on this and see what comes out of it. And now we're going to go ahead and look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the one that has this strongest move. It did break above this channel that we were looking at here, and actually it has gone above the 100-day moving average. So this is the first indice that has broke above the 100-day. Now we're going to have to keep an eye on it and see if it could stay up there within the next 2 more days. Usually it takes 3 days to determine if the move is for real or just a fake out. Because sometimes we get this 1-day move here, we get the 2nd-day move here, and then the 3rd it goes down, and then it just heads back down. So we're going to keep an eye on this. RSI is starting to show being oversold. MACD has now crossed over the 0 line, which is good. So, and the momentum is slightly higher than this last one here on Thursday. So the NASDAQ is looking much better compared to all the other indices here, but we're going to have to wait and see how it it confirms. Now let's go ahead and look at the Russell's 2000. The Russell's here, you can see it has broke above this trend line right here, and it's going to be meeting some resistance here against the 50-day moving average to contend with. So we'll just have to watch and how this plays out. It's not entirely oversold, but it is very close. MACD is right over the zero line with the positive little histogram bars, the little green bars here that you see. So we'll just wait and see what happens there. Now let's look at the global markets. Global markets here, you can see has this trend line here, broke above it on Thursday. Friday pulled back under, and here we are Monday a lot higher. So as far as this trend line, this may continue to go up higher, not necessarily in a straight up fashion, but maybe pull back around down here and then rebound. So if we think that the globals may be leading as far as breaking out as a trend, but we also saw that the NASDAQ is actually way up here leading even further. So we'll keep an eye on this. RSI is oversold. MACD is way over the zero line with the positive histogram bars here. So this looks good. We'll keep an eye on it before we give it the green light as far as the new trend. And then let's see here. I think I cover everything as far as the indices. Let's quickly now go look at some of our positions we have in play. We're going to start with AKRX. We got out of this on Friday here with a 1% loss, and today it did go up higher. So we're just going to close this position and move on. Sometimes you just never know what's going to happen, and in this case it was better to be safe. But occasionally you will get another stronger pop the next day here, but that's the way things are sometimes. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next trades. Baidu, waiting for Baidu here. As you can see, we had a buy order down here and it had traded up higher. You can see it's getting close to being oversold, so the next might be on the way down here. So we'll keep an eye on that and look for a signal to confirm that it is coming down. Costco wholesale. On this one here, we got triggered in on this day here, pulled back, almost got us triggered out, and now bounced up. We're just slightly under, so we're still in this position here. We're not oversold yet, so it has the potential of going up maybe one more day, breaking up into this area here. So we'll watch and see. DZZ, the inverse of gold here. We got triggered in this here. We got traded around here, pulled down and closed below down here. Most of you guys should be out, triggered out. In my case, unfortunately, I did not put the discipline in, and I didn't put the sell stop, so I'm in, and I actually put another order, a second position on Friday here, as you can see. So my exit area will probably be right under down here to see. If we close below under this 50-day moving average, then I will go ahead and exit with a loss. Otherwise, I still can see this possibly trading up higher around in this area here for a quick swing trade. Let's go to ERX, this one here. The video, I recommended getting in. We got bought right here, and now it's up. You may consider getting out now, or just wait until maybe if we can get to 43.80. Next one is FAZ. It's the inverse of the financials. Here we added one position right here, and that was on Friday. And today we added another position here, but we are so close to the 200. If we get the bounce, we could capture some gains over here. If the market does continue to head lower, then this will head up higher. You can see here RSI has not gotten oversold yet, and the MACD is on the bottom. Next one, JJC, which is the copper ETF. And on this one here, if I pull this up higher, you can see the buy entry here. However, it just consolidated down here and then took off to the upside. Now consider overbought, and maybe it may on the next down move will come down and trigger this. Here's a new one, Las Vegas Sand. Now this one here is going to be a short play based on all these trend lines up here. It had the potential of pulling back here, but because there's a strong market day, it actually closed above. So we're a little bit in the red on this. We're going to watch and wait to see if we get a confirmation. If it closes above this here, or even up in this area, then consider getting out. So we are considered overbought here. Next one is Netflix. Netflix here is had a down day despite the market's up day, and we still have a trigger right here that possibly purchase right here for a bounce. OPTR, this one here, we got in at right at this section here, pulled back next day, went up, and then on Friday went down, so we just went ahead and got out with a 3.7% gain on this one. So this one is, we will now close. SDS, we went ahead and put a position here, went all the way around and over, and we added another position on Friday over here near the end. And actually, let me do that right now. Oop, gotta get the right tool. There we go, right near the close. Went ahead and added a second position here. So let's just indicate this right in here. Okay, so we got 1 and 2. We're slightly below. We still got our exit right down here around 22.04. SPXU, similar to SDS, just leveraged 3 times. Went ahead and put a position on this today. Right here, we have an exit around in this area here, $16. Then we have TNA. We got out of this one right over here. We entered several early last week. So on Friday we sold off on this with a 29.2% gain. So we're taking this out. And then finally we have X, which is United States Steel. We're still waiting for it to pull back and trigger down here where there's a lot of support for a potential bounce. And that's pretty much it. Until next time, let's keep our eyes on the markets, and remember, when the stops go in, our emotions stay out. Alright, till next time, take care.